Hello, friends, and welcome to Etiquette Fashion House. My name is Rebecca Olu, and I am a professionally trained stylist, a seasoned wardrobe builder, and the founder of Etiquette Fashion House. I specialize in helping women build reliable, functional, versatile, and value-based wardrobes. Wardrobes that are lifestyle specific and hassle-free. Whether you are a new subscriber or you've been rocking with us from the start, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here, and I hope that you find value in today's content. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere, you are no doubt beginning to see the first signs of spring. Still sprinkled in there with some colder days, but there's no doubt that spring is beginning to sprung. So if you're anything like me and many other women across the globe, you are probably getting your wardrobe prepped for the spring season. Hence why you clicked on this video today. Smart, very smart. Good move. Maybe you've got a couple of items that are sitting in carts from a couple of different retailers, or maybe you've started a Pinterest board. However you're doing it, whatever you've been doing so far, you are trying to figure out how to best prep your wardrobe for the spring. Gatekeeping is so 2023, so let me help you. First things first, you don't need an entirely new wardrobe just because the season is changing. Okay. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back who are a little bit hard of hearing. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You don't need an entirely new wardrobe just because the season is changing. There's a right way to prep your wardrobe for the spring that doesn't include a massive haul of purchases. So what's the right way to prep your wardrobe for the spring, or really any change in season? Well, the right way to do it is to fill in gaps strategically, or to fill in strategic gaps, whichever way you prefer English. In order to do that, you need to begin with a wardrobe audit. I advise people to do a wardrobe audit with every change in season, and I personally do it. I do one right before the winter, I do one right before the spring, I do one right before the summer, and I do one right before the fall. Now, we're going to get into some of the finer details here, but two main things that your wardrobe audit should accomplish is, number one, it should identify what pieces have worked well for you, and number two, what pieces haven't worked well for you. Let's talk about the pieces that didn't work for you. Maybe you hardly, if ever, wore them, or maybe you just straight up never wore them because they just don't work for you. Do yourself a favor, babes, and X them from your closet. One of the easiest ways to create overwhelm in our closets is by holding on to items that we don't like or love. They just sit in there taking up space, and every time you look at them, you get that gritty feeling. Personally, that's a no for me, and I don't want that for you either. So donate it, gift it, or sell it. Someone else may end up getting good use out of it. So let's get into gear here, and I want to give you a list of 6 questions to ask yourself as you're auditing your wardrobe. Number 1, for the items that did work for you, you want to consider which of these items can transition with me into the spring. So perhaps you have some lighter weight knits or some coats that will still be useful and relevant as temperatures increase. And question number 2, you want to ask yourself, when I'm getting dressed, what pieces do I often wish that I had? Perhaps you frequently find yourself wishing that you had a little black dress, or a white button-down shirt, or maybe a pair of beige trousers. Or maybe your missing item is a belt that matches a purse that you own. You want to identify what gaps exist in your wardrobe so that you can make mindful selections instead of random impulse purchases. Moving on to question number 3, you want to ask yourself, what pieces do I feel best in? So think back over the winter or even last spring. What pieces did you reach for over and over because you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you were going to look absolutely smashing in them, or perhaps they are just super comfortable, or there's something about them that makes you feel ultra confident. And then once you've identified those go-to holy grail pieces, you want to identify what it is about them that you love so much. It could be the fabric, it could be the cut, it could be the color. From there, you want to figure out how you can replicate what it is you love about that item without simply buying that item again. Let's make that make sense. For example, if you find that you wear a pair of wide leg black trousers a lot, and you figured out that it's the cut and the fit of the trousers that you love. Perhaps you love that they're high-waisted, you love that they're not too tight. Wonderful, perfect. We can work with that. Then you may want to consider buying another pair of high-waisted pants, but this time in a tapered or a straight leg cut, and perhaps gray or beige instead of black. I'm going to interject this here. I know that when we find an item that we love, ladies, let's be honest, the temptation is to buy it in every available color, right? Right? Tell the truth. We're all friends here. But as I talked about in a previous video, that's really going to limit the range of silhouettes that you're able to create. Even when you love, love, love an item, I wouldn't recommend buying it in 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 different colors. Wait a minute, Rebecca. Who in the world would do something like that? It's me. I in the world would do something like that. I did it. I'm guilty. These are my confessions. I bought the same pair of pants in 8. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors. Shame, 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 shame. Hey, even style professionals make mistakes. Doctors get sick. Don't judge me. Now, if you want to find out why buying the same style in a bunch of different colors isn't smart wardrobe etiquette, find the link for that video in the description. All right, back to what we were saying. You absolutely love an item. So, for example, you're sold on the high-waisted, wide-leg black trousers and you don't want to venture into a tapered leg or a straight leg or gray or beige. No worries. You can still avoid a stale wardrobe aesthetic by shopping the same style from different designers or retailers. For example, some designers may include pleats in their trousers while others may not. Others may include belts of the same fabric with the trousers. So it's these little elemental variations that are going to provide some versatility while still allowing you to stay true to what you really love. Alternatively, you can also buy the same style in different fabrics. So you can buy the same wide leg trousers in different fabric, which is very relevant in the spring. Same cut of trousers, but you could get them in a linen. You could get them potentially in a lightweight knit. I know that they also make some trousers in sweatpant or lounge fabric now. And then you can also always get a lightweight suiting trouser. There are a couple of different options for fabric to choose from, particularly in the spring and the summer. Now, last but by no means least, we always save the best for last. When you are prepping your wardrobe for the spring, you want to decide on a color palette. Highly underrated and often overlooked, but incredibly important, a color palette. The reason that this is so important is because if you have a color palette and you shop mostly within that color palette, then you're going to be able to mix and match easier, better, more efficiently, more effectively. Yes, all of those things. You're going to be able to do it. Versus not having a color palette and having to do extra mental math to pair your colors. At this stage in our journey, we need our wardrobe to be simple, efficient, and hassle-free. Also, if you have a color palette, you are more than likely going to look well put together because monochromatic looks and tonal looks are a major cheat code for a refined and elegant aesthetic. They make you look chic, neat, super stylish, and they give your outfit that well-considered look even if you didn't try particularly hard. Just be sure to watch your tones because there is a right and a wrong way to dress tonal. And just like that, we are ready to land this plane and you are ready to prep your wardrobe for the spring. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I do hope that you found value in this video. If you did, and you have a friend who also needs some help prepping her wardrobe for the spring, send her the link. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out, and if you're so inclined, I invite you to subscribe. I'm looking forward to seeing you again real soon. Have a phenomenal week ahead, friends. Bye for now.